January 11th is Alexander Hamilton's birthday! And in honor of that fact, I am doing what is most likely my most requested video on this channel, and that is the Hamilton book tag. If you don't know, the Hamilton book tag was created by Maureen over at Maureen Keevy. I will link her original video down below, and it mixes the Hamilton Broadway musical with some questions about books, and it's lovely. And while I wasn't tagged by anyone in particular, this is my most requested video, so I figured what better day to post it than on Hamilton's birthday.
What else was in the room where it happened? The room where it happened? The room where it happened? No one else was in the room where it happened? The room where it happened? The room where it happened? My God, you got to trust, but we never really know what got discussed. Click, boom, and it happened. And no one else is in the room where it happened.
Question number 1 is the room where it happens, a book world you would put yourself in. This is the most easy question and the most obvious answer. I want to be a wizard, guys.
Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. While you slumming in the city in your fancy heels, you searching for an urchin who can give you ideals.
Sir, you disgust me.
Ah, so you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So meant to say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work!
Question number 2 is the Skylar Sisters, an underrated female character. For this, I'm going with Eleanor from Eleanor and Park. And a lot of people love this book, and they talk about how cute it is, how sweet it is, how wonderful the romance is. But they don't talk about how wonderful of a person Eleanor is, how strong she is, how vibrant she is. I just love her characterization so much. And I think she's super underrated.
I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties of sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow.
And I am not throwing away my shot.
Question number 3 is My Shot, a character who goes for whatever they want and doesn't let anything get in their way. For me, this would have to be Paige Mahoney from the Bone Season series, especially within the second book, The Mime Order. I think Paige is one of the best characters of all time. I love her so much. But I especially think that in The Mime Order, the second book in this series, she really just figures herself out and figures out what she wants and makes it happen.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
Question number 4 is Stay Alive, a character you wish was still alive. No spoilers, I'm just gonna hold up the book in which a character died. I'll never get over it, guys. Never.
I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart, I'm watching it burn.
Question number 5 is Burn, the most heartbreaking into a relationship. For this one, I'm going to go with Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson. I'm not spoiling this for you because this is a fairy tale retelling, so you pretty much know how it's going to end. It still broke my heart.
Empires fall, we have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da.
Question number 6 is You'll Be Back, sassiest villain. The villain in the Vampire Academy, I say, is pretty sassy. He's awful, he's a villain, but I really enjoy his sassiness. He's great. I do really enjoy him.
The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this?
Question number 7 is The Reynolds Pamphlet, a plot twist you didn't see coming. I'm not going to name a specific plot twist because of course that would be a spoiler, and even telling you that there's plot twists is kind of spoilery depending on how you view reading a book and the experience of reading a book. But I am going to tell you that a book that has a lot of twists and turns, some that I caught because I'm relatively good at catching turns, and some that I didn't because there's just so many of them, is throughout the entire Vampire Academy series. It's just a roller coaster. and I love it.
How do you ride like you're running out of time? Right day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? How do you ride like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you ride like you needed to survive? How do you ride every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive.
Question number 8 is NonStop, a series you marathoned, and honestly, I don't know if I've marathoned a series since I read The Hunger Games. I read the first one during finals, and then the second one during a road trip home for the holidays, and then in the middle of the road trip, I made a stop at Target so I could pick up the third book and continue the series.
So this is what it feels like to match wits with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom, of seeing the light. It's Ben Franklin with the key and a kite. You see it right? The conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said in total agreement. It's a 3 minutes, a bit of a dance, a bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'ma give it a chance. I asked about his family, did you see his answer? His hands started fidgeting, he looked askance. He's penniless, he's flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome, boy, does he know it. Peach fuzz, and he can't even grow it.
Question number 9 is Satisfied. Favorite book with multiple point of views? I love multiple POV books, so I could have named a lot, but the one I went with is The Bitter Kingdom by Ray Carson. This is the third and final book in the Fire and Thorns trilogy, and I love the dual perspective in this book because it's done with a purpose, and it's exciting, and it's also heart-wrenching and upsetting, but I love it. It's just the situation in which we need a dual POV upsets me, but in a good way. I can't really explain it unless you've read it, but it's great.
Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Jeff.
Question number 10 is Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story? A book that you think will be remembered throughout history. Of course, I could say Harry Potter for this. I've already answered Harry Potter, so I'm going to try to move on beyond that. And so I'm going with The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I think this is one of those books that almost every person should read. I think it's fabulous and important and impactful and beautiful. Now we have some bonus questions that were sent in to Maureen after she had posted her video, and I am going to answer those now for you.
What do I do? Boy, you got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning in them.
The first one is Helpless, a relationship you were pulling for from the beginning. This one was really hard for me to find an answer for because I'm either usually not on board with relationships in the beginning of books or I'm just on the wrong ship all the time. But I decided to go with Etta and Nicholas from Passenger. I really enjoy them so much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments.
The second bonus question is 10 Dual Commandments, a fight scene that you love. I'm not huge on fight scenes in books. I find them a little hard to get through, or I kind of just gloss over them and don't take in the details. But some fight scenes that do really stick out to me are the ones in An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night by Sabatier. This is a wonderful series and it's action-packed, and the action scenes really stood out to me as very interesting and engaging, and like I said, that's not really something that happens to me too often.
That's when I began to pray, Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this.
The next bonus question is Say No to This, a guilt or pleasure read. Since starting my channel, I'm not too ashamed of telling people what books I'm reading, but one that, while I tell you guys I read a lot, is still a little weird is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You may think, oh, you're joking. No, I sit down and read this book all the time. Even though I have it memorized, I still read it. So it's not really that this book is a guilty pleasure, it's more like I'm making it a guilty pleasure because I overdo it.
What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much harder when it's all your call.
I have too many. Montage. And the list goes goes on and on.
Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right hand man. Check it. Can I be real a second? For just a millisecond, let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of a modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran whose men are all lining up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room, the truth is in your face when you hear the British cannons go.
Question number 5 is right hand man, favorite bro TP. I really like the different dynamics and relationships between all of the different boys in the Raven boys. Obviously their friendship with Blue is amazing, but I just have so many different bro TPs in this book. Like Adam and Ronan and Adam and Gansey and Ronan and Noah and Adam and Noah and Gansey and Noah and Ronan, and I just love them all. They're all great bros. Does this count? I'm counting it. It's it.
I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this.
And the last bonus question is what I miss, a book or series that you were late to reading. I've mentioned this book a lot of times in this video, but I'm going with it again, and that's the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I just love this book so much. I love the series so much. And I think part of the reason I'm so happy I read it is because it's not the kind of book I thought it would be, and it's definitely not the kind of book I thought I'd like. Happy birthday, Alexander Hamilton. That was the Hamilton book tag. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. I had fun making it, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and you should also comment down below and let me know if you like Hamilton, and if so, what's your favorite song from the musical? My favorite song is Dear Theodosia and Satisfied and Wait For It. I can't pick one. Don't make me. It's not okay. I won't make you pick one either. And subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in my next video. Bye!